G'day viewers, well, got this car from my old man. This is our original Commodore. Been in the family since new. My old man hadn't driven it in about a year. Sat in the carport warehouse for about a year. I did top the battery up every now and then. So there's a new battery in this. Got a 680 Quakenant Del Core. So I sat for about a year in that time and I got it. Because the main reason being because my wife works at, how I got it worked is my wife works an afternoon shift and I'm looking after a little one. Then when I'm working on the day shift, I look after the little one. I mean, she looks after the little one. So meanwhile, if I want to go somewhere or visit my parents, you can't put a baby seat in the ute. So I've actually got 3 cars now. So you have to have a sedan to comply with the laws, so you can't put a baby seat in the front for obvious reasons. So this is got this Commodore and the other Commodore, and I got my ute, which at the moment my mum's using it because she kind of had a mishap with her car. So that's getting repaired. So speaking of Commodores, on the topic of Commodores, I got my old ute Alternator. It's been a long time coming. It's the old Alternator from the ute. It's a little 90 amp stock. I finally had to really jog my memory how these alternators wire up. Basically, you get your sense wire and your excitement wire goes through here, through the bulb, the lamp and the dash goes to the L lamp is at this top terminal here. It's lamp, bottom is sense. It's supposed to be like a 5-watt dash bulb. I haven't got one of those at the moment. Until I get one, I know I do it properly, but it does work this way. It's just obviously not going to light up, and it doesn't, but it does work. So that's temporary till I can get a proper dash light set up. I'll make up a thing to go up here with some light and a switch. I can switch the alternator on. It'll be like a proper dash light that tells it that it's not charging. But for the most part, it works. That's normally ignition. So that's makeshift ignition when you turn your key on. Okay, it's a positive. Pretty simple, it works. I just had it going for about 20 minutes to charge those batteries up. I have not got the right pulley. That's my only drawback. Not the right size belt for the pulley, or the right length belt. That's the only fan belt, of all the fan belts I've got, this is the best fit. It's a firm tension on it, and there's no tensioner on here like I had before. I just don't have the belt. I've tightened up this wash machine pulley on there and did it with a grub screw, and now I've did it up really tightly. It's on all about here. The grub screw's here, so it's quick and dirty until I get the right pulley and the right size belt and a bigger pulley on this motor. It's working at the moment. Yeah, basically what I do is hook up the battery, and this should make a high-pitched squeal. You hear a squeal, and that means it's exciting the windings inside in the stator. Now I did some quick confirmation on Google. I'm pretty sure you can run these backwards or forwards. It will work, but I wasn't sure about the fan. See, the arrow's pointing that way. This is running the other way, opposite to the arrow, which it's working the same anyway. It's an alternator. It's still putting an AC either way. And the fan actually still does blow air through that way, like it normally would when it was in the spinning the other way. It's designed to, but it seems to not mind. Anyway, I'm going to hook this up to my deep cycle batteries on my inverter. It's a little bit over, hasn't been that much sun today. I'm going to just top up the deep cycle batteries. I'm going to use this as my backup generator setup on my inverter, so if it's overcast or if the power goes off during a storm, well obviously if there's a big storm and power goes out, there's obviously bugger all sun for those solar panels. So what I'm going to do in that sort of situation, I will hook this up to the batteries, and that's kicking out 90 amps into those batteries, and that inverter I can run up to about 800 watt load, and that will support up to 800 watt load in that inverter. 800 watt load, it pulls about 80 amps, the inverter, so I can theoretically pull 900 watts out of that inverter. This is kicking out 490 amps to compensate for what's been pulling out of the batteries. It'd be on par. It will do the job, but it's more than enough. That's the biggest setting that I've got. If you really want to get technical, I can go get a truck alternator, a 200 amp truck alternator or something, and use that. I got a 12 volt one, obviously not a 24 volt one. And then it'll just kick out 100 amps all the time. But this is more than enough. So let's go set it up. This engine's kind of running like crap because I had to put a carby apart and flush it all out. Had a stuck jet because it sat for so long. There was a bit of residual fuel in the carby, and it just turned the varnish. I've carby cleaned it. Like the engine does run and coughs and splutters about past half throttle, so I'm going to run it for a while to just get it hot so it clears its throat, so to speak. It does go at full throttle, but it coughs and splutters and stalls a bit, so I've got to get it running again to clear itself out. This is working nicely. I'm kind of happy with this. This is my the 600 watt inverter. That's just the clip leads that come with it. So I'm using that on this alternator setup, which is perfect. Clip it on as I need it, which is good to go. I would have had the other alternator, but I had that in a Daihatsu motor. I like the older VN Commodore alternators, but this is pretty good anyway. It's just working alright. It's pretty much the same anyway. They hook up the same way. I just got confused for some reason. I thought this needed something extra, but no, it doesn't. Pretty straightforward to hook that up. I got another type of alternator which needs an external diode pack to go on it. That's this one off their Fiat tractor. When I did the alternator upgrade in their Fiat tractor, which we've still got, put a VR alternator on that. That's got a 100 amp alternator on it instead of this little 30 amp alternator. So you got your D plus, which goes to a diode to ground, I think, and you got your B plus to the battery, and the body is ground, and that's the regulator. But this, as I said, it's a great alternator. It is made in Slovenia, but it's only 30 amps. It's piss weak. 30 amps is absolutely bugger all, especially when you've got something like an inverter on your on a deep cycle battery. 30 amps just didn't cut it with a tractor lights all on either. That alternator just barely kept up. Had to rev the engine up pretty much flat out for that alternator to keep up, so that's the main reason why we changed it. Having something like this on a tractor that does low RPM, and it does actually generate so adequate enough power at low RPM. Those new alternators are good for that. Pretty worthwhile upgrade anyway. Enough talk, let's go get this thing moved over there and I'll set it up and we'll get the batteries topped up with this alternator. She's a bubbling. In saying that about the pullers, once I've done it all, I'm going to make a belt guard. Go on there, cover all that. Obviously I've got a little one now, so don't want to be cutting the fingers and arms off now. So I've got to get this thing cleaned out. Each time, yeah, that carbon needs to clean again. That's a dirty carby. Well, pull it out, pull it apart, flush it out. Not even warm. It's only warm because I've done it before in the car battery. Yeah, she's charging alright. Unplug this. Now I'm going to have to be a bit careful here because bear in mind you've got charging batteries and sparks, it's going to be a pretty bad idea. So I'll have to make this more safer, more electrically safer, than blow ourselves up here. But it does work. Beautiful. I'm happy with that. Just got to service that carby and she's running good. Anyway, that'll be enough for now. Thanks for watching. One quick side note, viewers, I just did a big no-no, but it wasn't for long anyway, plus it got a good desulfating. I could just start smelling it. I put the battery terminal positive here. Well, that's wrong. I put 12 volts through a 6-volt battery. So I've proven one thing. It can kick out more than enough current to keep this all charged. 2, it will desulfate a battery, but don't do it for too long. I could have killed that, and possibly slightly out of balance to my thing here. In theory, I should have put the positive here from the alternator, not there. So this has got a good desulfating. But it wasn't for very long. Luckily, it wasn't for very long. I just picked up on it as I turned it off and said, thanks for watching. I just realised at the end, like, oh shit, yeah. I put 12 volts, 14, put 4 volts in that. But I got a good kick up the arse. I got the sulphate off those plates, so I probably made this battery just a little bit healthier. But any longer than that, I would have just damaged it for sure. Yeah. So I'm going to have to try and, what I may even do, is go to hook up a positive and negative on these two batteries here, or a negative on that one, and a positive on that terminal post, because either way, whichever way I put the positive or negative, I'm going to put a negative here, a positive there, negative here, and a positive there. It's going to get all charged. But if I put a positive here, a negative there, it gets some more of this cable, and I'm going to get a battery isolation switch from the auto store, 100 amp battery isolator, and they're going to run it to a set of like a thing, connectors. I'm going to just connect these to it, run this, start this up, turn the battery isolator on, and flick the switch to turn the alternator on. That'll be safer. In a professional sort of installation, that'll be safer than just connecting everything manually, because there's just no risk of blowing myself up that way. Yeah, having it this way and connecting it like this, it's going to spark and be a hazard. But, providing I turn this off first, de-excite the alternator, have the engine off, I shouldn't get a spark when I disconnect it manually, but that's something to keep in mind. AGM batteries aren't in that pretty much next to no risk of explosion, but these sorts of batteries, there is a big risk of explosion from gases being generated, so that's something I'm going to keep in mind. So I might hook up run some wires down here to an isolator switch down here. Have I might even replace this as a big ass Anderson connector and just plug it in like that and flip the battery isolation switch to charge it with this. That'll be a safe way to do it. I'll just leave all that from the switch up here permanently connected. That eliminates any risk of spark. Then I just run another wire with a switch to the I'll plug in for the alternator. I just run this or switch to this on the Anderson plug to go to here with a little switch on it. I can just turn the alternator on and off, and I can just plug it in there and switch the battery isolator on. That'd be a safest way I can do it. Not a project. This has worked out good so far. I might even slide that underneath this table. Slide it underneath there, have a cage on the table, and that'll just stop the little one getting his fingers in there. That'll work good enough. The engine will be on that side, half sticking out. That's probably the way to go. But yeah, I'm happy with it. I've always wanted to do this. Have a redneck inverter generator. There we go. Anyway, thanks for watching.